Hi, this is Hino with Friends Iron, protecting families by protecting the pack, and today we're going to do a Bitmex tutorial slash update. Now this is just something that it's out there, tools in the toolbox to use. I wouldn't use it all the time, but I had about 1.5 BTC, I lost about 0.3, and then I needed to use that money to go on a road trip to Texas to secure a home and buy a washer, dryer, some appliances. So I sold the 1 BTC, I have 0.2 left. And I was doing the calculations. I was like, I need at least 30,000 contracts so that if it moves 25 bucks, I could at least make 250 or 500 bucks, whatever that come out to. And I was like, anything less than 30,000 contracts was just not enough to do anything. So I was like, with that, I need 100x this leverage, and I need to be able to do it without getting liquidated somehow. So I'm gonna show you what I did to kind of play it properly. And now I'm in profit about 70% on 100x leverage. Didn't get liquidated, but I know that next time it hits again, I might get liquidated, because every time it hits that wall, like 2-3 times, it goes further up. So let me show you what I did. So this is where I am right now. I'm at 31,000 contracts, shorting it, 65% ROI. 356 is my 3456 is my liquidation price. I think it was 3450 earlier. And 100x, you can see my balance is near zero. And there it is. So this is my active order. This is my stop right here, 34505. So I think it got updated somehow, and I'll show you what I did. Okay, so earlier, and you have to look at the order book in order to place these stops accordingly, and I'll show you how to do that. Alright, so I just got in, and before I actually got in position right here at 3429, and I somehow sabotage myself. As soon as I get into a little bit of profit, went down to like 21 here, went back up, got a little scared and sold out, and then it kept going down. So I gave myself rules to not touch it for an hour after I get in position. So just let it play out, see where it needs to go, so I don't, so I give it some time to progress. Okay, so I expect this after this flick up. Every time it flicks up, it always goes down quite a bit. So I'm gonna let that do its thing. But let me show you what I did. So I went back and did a short. I ran with 3459, I believe, or somewhere here, and got wicked in. And so let me show you my purchase right here. So 34395. So you really have to expand the order book to see where it's placed. 34395 is where I got in here, and right before that there was a 4 million. 3440 was a 4 million contract order. So it was able to kind of wick me in, and it didn't get past this, okay? And my liquidation was on 34505, and I placed it right here before. You see this is a 11 million contract order. So my liquidation price was around here, I believe, or 3456. So I kind of placed it like right behind that wall, because if it busts through this wall, I know I'm gonna get liquidated. I might as well sell my contract out and just take the loss. And if you sell before you get liquidated, I believe the leverage changes on you as you're about to get liquidated, so you actually use less of your balance, and it usually takes about half instead of your full entire balance, which I've kind of noticed to play these the leverage accordingly to my advantage. So if you just put the stop loss order of your entire thing right behind that wall, and right ahead of where you liquidated. So let's say I'm gonna get liquidated 3456 here. That's my liquidation price. You're gonna have to pretty much kind of play, ahead of it, of course, because you want to sell out before you get liquidated. Okay, so at least you can risk half of your portfolio. You still have half left, but you can definitely leverage that and play those walls to your advantage. Okay. All right, so here we are now, 3.632, and the thing is that I always kind of look at it, get scared, and all this other stuff, and then I'll end up selling out too quickly. So I set a little timer now on my stopwatch on my phone. As soon as I get into position, I need to give myself a good hour. So let me shoot. Where's my timer right now? There it is. So it's been 19 minutes since I've got wicked in. Where's my? There, 19 minutes. So no, I have 19 minutes left to check it. So it's been about 40 minutes since we got wicked in. So in about 19 minutes, I will then check where I am. I'm gonna lower my stops into profit or take profit, depending on what I need to do. So at 0.6 BTC, that's probably about where 0.06. It's almost 0.1, so about maybe 250 bucks already. Almost, yeah, 60% of my portfolio right now. So I still expect it to go further down based on, pattern analysis and all this other stuff that I've seen here. So I'm gonna let this ride in 20 minutes, and then I'll kind of adjust things afterwards. You see, every time it wicks up high, if it wicks up again, I would say it's gonna surpass my stop, and I'll end up with nothing. But let's give it some time here to kind of play out and kind of lower itself even further. I don't think it's gonna flick back up that fast or even higher, since it's on a downtrend down now. So let's give it some time, and that way I can kind of secure more funds along the way, and not hurt my and not get out too early. So I think I would have made a little bit more spread here if I had not got out so early and gave myself at least a good hour before I made any adjustments to it. So yeah, so I've been learning a lot lately. It's been quite an adventure. Every time I make a trade, even if I win or lose, I always know that I've learned something about it, and it's gonna help me better myself for the long. So I know what to expect, and definitely documenting this on YouTube and putting it on a OneNote is really helpful too, to make sure I do that and also pass this on to other people. So hopefully you find this helpful, and if you happen to have to do this, then do it. But I would probably say within the $30,000 to $70,000 contract, even though I have more funds, I would probably start using 100x leverage more often now, knowing that I can stop myself out and not get liquidated, because I always set that as soon as I get into position, or even before I get into position, I already have my stop loss already set up. You can actually place that ahead of time before your order is filled. So as soon as I put my limit order into wherever it is, I put my stop market right above that and say, hey, did you intend to do this? You haven't gotten in position yet, blah, blah, blah. Just go ahead and just add that, make sure the stop loss is there, so if you do get filled and it pushes past that, you can at least get stopped out, and you want to lose half of your portfolio or half of that position and not get liquidated. Okay? All right, thanks so much. Have a good one.